Welcome to Why Does Nothing Work? In this series of tutorials, we're going to learn NixOS from installation up to building your own packages and modules. In this episode, we'll focus on channels, modules, and some of the tools NixOS includes. In the last episode, we briefly looked at channels and NixOS packages. Let's start this episode off by expanding that a little bit further. We're logged into our test box here. So let's start off by doing a nix channel list. Now, if you remember last time, we did add a channel and we verified it and we updated it, but it's not showing up now. It's because channels can be added on a per user or system-wide basis. So if we want to see the system-wide channels, nix channel, we have to do so as root. Channels added as root become system channels and are accessible by all users. So let's say we want to add the unstable channel. And then unstable, so you type nix channel add, the path to the channel, and then a name to address the channel by. We're just going to call this unstable. And there we go. Now we have both channels added. Let's do a nix channel update. There we go. Now, why might we use these multiple channels? Let's go to search.nix.os.org and take a look. Let's use Go, for example, the Go language. We'll see what package version that installs is 1.21.9. But what if you want to use 1.22? There's been a number of changes that you might like in 1.22. How do we do that? Well, you can see here you can switch between the current branch and the unstable packages. This one has 1.22.1. That's what I want to install. So we added the unstable channel. So let's go into our NixOS configuration and add packages.go. Let's save our config and do a NixOS rebuild switch. Now we should have Go installed. Let's see what version I picked. But we have the unstable channel. Why is that? Well, one of the nicest things about NixOS is you can run packages from multiple channels at the same time without issue, but you have to know how to set them up. So by default, it's still going to prefer the regular stable releases. So what do we do if we want to use the unstable channel? Well, it's relatively simple. We go up here at the top of our configuration and we're going to go let unstable equals import unstable. That's what we named our channel. In. And now, if we want to add a package as an unstable package instead of the main branch, this is all we have to do. So let's do a NixOS rebuild switch again. We can see it's fetching stuff and building stuff, so something is changing. And there we go. We have the latest version of Go installed. This is one of the beauties of NixOS. Being able to run multiple channels at the same time allows you to keep your more steadfast things running off the primary channel with your stable tested ones. But there's a lot of applications where you do want frequent updates, such as VS Code, for example, or Go in my case. That way you can run your system primarily on the stable branch, but with a few specific packages installed from the unstable so that you can keep up to date with the latest versions. Let's look at another use case. Let's say we want to run a service. Let's say homepage dashboard. And one of the nice things about NixOS is that you can do most of the configuration from within the Nix configuration file for all of your services. So let's see what options are available. In this case, it looks like we can only configure some of the more basic options, like turning it on and off, opening the firewall for it, and what port it listens on. That may not cut it for all of us. So let's see what the unstable branch has to offer. It looks like here we can actually configure all of the settings for homepage dashboard through the Nix configuration file instead of the individual YAML files. That's what I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and install the unstable package for homepage dashboard and start setting that up. Okay, now we'll do a NixOS rebuild switch. We'll let it install the package. While we do that, let's go ahead and look at the options we have available and see what we want to set up. Okay. So this is a service, so we'll need to set up services.homepage dashboard equals and we're going to do enable equals true, package equals unstable.homepage dashboard let's have it listed on 8082, why not? Now we have the firewall disabled, so we don't need to actually set that up. And let's just define bookmarks. I'm not actually going to add any right now, but let's just include that. That's one of the options that we have available here. Bookmarks, and if you look, that's not available in the stable branch, so we installed the unstable branch. That should be fine, right? So let's try that out. Do a NixOS rebuild switch again to rebuild our system with a new option. But hey, it's saying the bookmarks value doesn't exist. But we checked that. That should have been in the unstable release. So let's just double check that is in fact what's causing the problem. We'll comment it out and do another NixOS rebuild switch. Okay, let's check the status of okay, it is running, so we should be able to see. Yep, there we go, it's connectable, so it must be that bookmarks line that it didn't like. But why is that? It's listed here in the unstable branch, and we are using the unstable branch. That's because there's one more thing we have to do. When we're mixing channels between unstable and release, if we want to run an unstable package using the service module for that unstable release, we have to make some more changes. So let's go ahead and do that now. First thing we need to do is we need to go up in here into our imports, and we're going to put unstable NixOS modules services misc homepage dashboard.nix. That should be the path to the Nix file that defines the module for that system. And now we also have to do one more thing. We have to disable modules equals, and we're going to take the last part of that path because it's all going to be the same. Put it in quotes, add a semicolon. What this does is this disables the module from the stable channel. By doing that, it's going to now use the module from the unstable channel, which will give us all those other options that we did. So let's go back down, uncomment out our bookmarks, and do another NixOS rebuild switch. There we go. That warning is just telling us that in the next release that you will be forced to use the configuration file through configuration.nix to configure that service rather than the individual YAML files. So if you were using it and updated, you would want to start migrating that before 2405. Otherwise, it will overwrite your YAML files because they'll be generated by the configuration. Now let's look at some other tools and how they interact with channels. Something that I haven't mentioned yet is one of the more powerful and important tools in NixOS, and that's nix-shell, which allows us to create a temporary environment or an ephemeral environment with specific packages installed. In my day-to-day life, it's not uncommon to have to do a lot of debugging of networks and troubleshooting and stuff like that. So some of the common tools used aren't part of the base system, like say dig, for instance. And it tells us right here how we can get that. So we'll do a nix-shell-p dig. And there we go. And we can start doing some DNS troubleshooting if we want. And you can also specify multiple packages. nix-shell-p dig, iperf3, tcp dump. There we go. Now we have a temporary shell environment with a few of our debugging tools. Now, what if you wanted to use the unstable channel to install a specific version of something? It's not necessarily the most intuitive method. But it works. So now we have whatever version of dig is in the unstable branch. I'm not even sure it's a different version, it's just an example. But that gets to be a bit of a mouthful. So what you can do is you can create a .nix file. And in your .nix file, you can specify a number of packages to install all at once if you want. So what we'll do is we're going to go let. It's very similar to what we did in the configuration.nix. Unstable equals import unstable. And then we're going to do packages equals import nix packages. In packages.nix-shell and here we could specify a number of packages. So we want packages.dig, packages.iperf3, and let's say unstable.tcp dump. We'll call that shell.nix. Oh, where did we forget a semicolon? The opposite, extra semicolon. So whenever you have a shell.nix in the folder that you're in and you execute nix-shell, you don't need to pass any arguments. It will install all the packages you have listed there. In this episode, we covered a bit more detail about how channels work and what channels are, mixing channels, and installing packages and services from different channels in your NixOS configuration, as well as using them in the ephemeral shell. There's another method to do things similar to this called flakes, which is still considered experimental and we'll go over in a later tutorial, but I consider doing it this way to be good prerequisite to help you better understand flakes by the time you get there. So we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.